Hi, Peter on Bigger Transformations. And what I want to discuss is muscle imbalances and why it's very important to address them as soon as you can. And some of the information out there can be kind of quite misleading. So I knew I had a muscle imbalance for years. When I would squat, I would get pushed to my right. Now I thought I kept needing to strengthen my right to stop me from pushing there. And that's what all the information out there indicated is. I have a weak glute on the right. Didn't realize my glute on my left hip, because of a knee injury in my teens, was pushing me to my right. So in all reality, I needed to loosen my left hip to stop pushing me from my right. And then it causes muscle imbalances all throughout the body as it kind of progresses. So my quad became super dominant over the years. Then I ended up with a right knee pain, right foot issues. And this is why, if you kind of notice, or maybe if you don't notice, you want to take a video. A lot of times people think they're looking one way when they're exercising, when they're really in a different position. So a lot of my clients think when they're squatting, they're continuing down, but they're doing this. And you want to address that as soon as it's tight hips, tight glutes. A lot of stuff originates in and around this region. And for many of us who maybe don't get into exercise till we're maybe in our 30s or 40s, we got to take those things into consideration. We can't always kind of just train our way out of everything. And that's why I took the time to develop the percussion therapy, so that I could better understand what was happening to my body and how can I fix it, because all the information out there was not helping me. It was you just can't keep strengthening everything. That's what I finally came to the conclusion, is this doesn't make sense if a muscle's tight to just keep trying to strengthen it, and you can't just strengthen the other side, because that side it's crazy. You can end up chasing it your whole life, and that's basically what I did. For the better part of 20 years, was chasing my injuries and trying to catch them before they happened. But unfortunately, through exercise alone, they can't always be fixed. This is where, again, I kind of developed the percussion therapy and have been able to fix issues that I've sustained, back when I was a teenager, and things that I continued to struggle with even when I was training. A lot of times, no pain, no gain. I would just keep working through it, and then, pay for it eventually when I got an injury, or maybe I couldn't do something. And then I started figuring, I want to fix it before it happens. Ideally, that's what we should be more proactive, and that's what exercise should be for. Unfortunately, we just maybe sometimes don't have all the tools or the knowledge to figure it out, and that's the same thing I've been doing, is researching this, and I am astounded at how tight I was in my hips. We think is our kind of, we got meat back here, the glutes, that we just need to strengthen, and at some point it just catches up with you, and it caught up with me. So just, the big thing is imbalances, and if you notice them, figuring out how to fix them. It's not always just through kind of making another movement pattern, because we need to address the root cause. And sometimes it's very hard to figure out just by watching somebody. You need to check all their movement patterns: sitting, standing, squatting, reaching, jumping. I mean, you kind of name it, because everything changes in the dynamics. And to kind of have a one-size-fits-all for everybody doesn't quite make sense. For the most part, we all do tighten up in the hips and kind of the midsection region. That's just a given for anybody and everybody that I've seen. That we all need that percussion therapy to loosen up here, and then we can start addressing some other issues through movement, exercise, and again, just making sure we're stretching and moving well enough. But big thing is just, if you have or noticed a muscle imbalance somewhere, one side stronger than the other, you want to start addressing it as soon as possible.